Okay. So basically today we will start with the conditional statements. Okay. So let's see what is the conditional statements. Okay. And where we actually use it. So basically conditional statement, like in the previous session, we have seen that, uh, we have seen that like about the Boolean. Okay. Whenever you put any condition, whenever you do any comparison, okay, whenever you are comparing the marks of, like suppose Rahul with Shubham, okay, you are comparing the marks of Rahul with Shubham. So what happened, like either one of the situation will happen, either you would say that ki Rahul get like more marks than Shubham, or either Shubham getting more marks than Rahul. Okay, so like whenever you are doing comparison, every time there is a you will get a result on true and false. Okay, yeah, Rahul got the like higher marks. Yeah, Shubham got the higher marks. Okay, it could be anything. But I told you in the Saturday class, like if Rahul is making a bet, if Rahul is making a bet that if I got more marks than you, then in that case I will give you the party. In that case, I will give you the party. So that is the thing. Like if that condition is true, then we have to do something, and if that condition is false, then we have to do something. Okay, so it is something like true and false. So I'll show you what I'm saying. Every time whenever we execute something, every time whenever we execute something, there will be two paths. The paths will be true and false. Okay, if suppose I am saying where a equal to 5, and when I'm saying where b equal to 3. Okay, and now if I do the comparison, if I put the result in this variable where result, okay, equals to a greater than b. So basically what will be the output? What will be the output if I print this? Okay, obviously I will get true. Obviously I will get true. Okay, from the previous session we have learned that, okay, whenever we do the comparison, I'm getting true. But now maybe there is a possibility. Now suppose if this 5 instead of this 5, if suppose if this instead of 13, this is 5, this is actually 13. In that case, what will be the result? In that case, the result which you will get, it is actually false, because 5 is not actually greater than 13. Okay, so now what we are doing next, now we are going for the conditional statements. We are saying ki if this is true, okay, then we will perform something. Then we will perform something. And if this is the true, if this is the condition, then we will perform something. Okay, so this is, you can say that this is our level 1, which we have studied on the Saturday class. Now we are moving to the level 2. Okay, where we what will decide based on the true and false, we will decide like what action we will going to perform. Okay, so that is known as conditional statements. Okay, where we used to make a decision and then we will perform some action. So now if I talk about this thing, like there is some condition, and in that condition, if this is true, then I will perform something, and if this is false, then I will perform something. If this condition is true, then I will perform something, and if this is false, then I will perform something. So basically I will follow the flowchart approach. Okay, we will try to like understand the problem using flowchart. That will be very easy. Okay, there is a start in a flowchart, there is a start in a flowchart, there is an input in a flowchart when you actually used to take input, and this is a decision one. Okay, and based on that we will move to that. Okay, when you will see some more example, then you will understand, okay, how this actually, what is this flowchart is all about. Flowchart is all about like when flowchart is all about when basically flowchart is actually all about when you want to go for the further steps. Okay, when you want to like suppose you want to do something, suppose you want to go to a shopping mall. So when you went to the shopping mall, then what happened? Basically you have a proper steps for that. Okay, you enter into the shopping mall, then you will take a basket from the counter, and after that you will put item into your basket, then you will finally move out. So this is how our code actually flows. Okay, start from the start and we'll take the input. Like I have taken the basket. After that, I have performed my operation. What is the operation? Operation is something like I have taken whatever the product what I want, I put into my basket, and then finally I end it. Okay. So now, just now, if I talk about this, a simple example. Suppose if I'm talking about an algorithm, like if I want to buy a pen. So what I'll do, I'll start like this is the flow, how actually flowchart start. You will write start. Now I will go to the stationery shop. Then I will select a pen. Then I will pay the price, then take the pen, and then I come back, and then basically the problem is solved. Okay. So this is a simple problem. Okay, please avoid if it anything like if anything related to chat. Okay, so don't worry about that. Basically, because I need to hear your question. If I stop the chat, then I also unable to hear your questions also. Okay, we will see what is an algorithm. Algorithm is basically a sequence of step if you want to perform something. Okay, algorithm is like, suppose if you want to eat a food. Okay, suppose you want to what is an algorithm, that you want to order something. So what you will do, you will take take your phone, open the Swiggy app, go to the order, select your order, and then you will choose it, and then you will order it. That is an algorithm for ordering something. So basically algorithm is something like a sequence of steps. Okay, so basically it is something like basically it is something like you can say you are ordering to something. Okay, so one second, there are some. Okay, okay, so basically there are some you can say there are some algorithm, there are flowchart is basically showing you the step. Okay, when you want to perform something. Now if suppose you want to make a tea, if I take a very simple example, like if you want to make a tea, then what you will do, you will start, you will fill the kettle with water, then you will heat the water, then you will check whether the water boiled or not, because in that case you need to wait. Okay, when you are put your pan on the stove, now you are checking whether the water is boiled or not. Now if the water is not boiled, then I'm going back to that and just waiting again and heat like heating water again. Now till the time when the water is not boiled, I will keep going on this no because the water is not boiled. Finally a point came when the water is boiled, and then I'll go to the yes, and finally I'll make the tea, and then I'll stop. Okay, this is a simple step which we used to follow in our like daily life. Okay, yeah, step by step process. Step by step process, I'm actually performing something. If I give you another example, suppose you went to MacD. Okay, suppose you went to the McDonald's. Now what you will do, you will start it, and then you will you enter the basically enter the McDonald's, and you will order burger. And now when you order burger, then they will ask you, the one who is actually standing at the counter, they will ask you like whether you want fries. Then you will say no. If you say no, then they will ask want drink. But if you say yes, then they will order the fries for you, and it will again chain will come to this. Now at this point they will ask you want drink. So you will say okay, yes, I want drink. So they will order the drink for you. If no, then they will would say okay directly, like this is you need to pay this much. Okay, this is a simple scenario like how we actually went to the restaurant and how things are actually happening. So basically this is the steps. Now you can see that this is, you can relate with your life. Now suppose you want to go outside but there is raining. Now what you'll do, start. Now we'll check whether there is raining or not. Whenever there is an this you can say diamond box. Okay, that means you are taking some decision. So raining or not. So if it is not raining, then don't bring umbrella. I'm directly going to this one, don't bring umbrella. But if it is yes, then find umbrella. And if I found, now here I'm again asking the question whether I found the umbrella or not. Okay, if I found the umbrella, then bring the umbrella and the problem is solved. Okay, now I need to go out. And if it is not, then go back and again ask whether it is raining or not. So you can make the flowchart like in your way. So this is like, this is something, this conditions, like if I'm talking about this box, now this box is known as condition. So today our topic is basically based on this conditional statements, like when you are putting some condition, and before condition you are asking whether it is yes or no. Before condition I'm actually asking whether it is yes or no. So if condition is true, then we are doing this, and if condition is false, then we are doing. Okay, so condition is something which we already seen in the Saturday, like how to like make the comparison, how to make the decision. Okay, so it is video. Someone is saying video is lagging. So is it also for other? Okay. 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 I've changed the setting to basically I've changed the setting. Okay. Now you cannot directly message to everyone. Don't worry. Okay. So now I'm directly moving to basically if no, I cannot chat off now. Basically, if I make the chat off, then in that case, you won't able to see me. Now you can only directly message me. Don't worry. Now no one can directly message to everyone. Okay. So now you can see that basically there is a condition. Now this is a condition. Now when you are coming from this, now you have to make the decision whether that is true and whether that is false or not. Okay. So now let's go to the code here. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll show you something. So basically, suppose if I want to say, now here we are moving, understanding the concept of if. Okay, so let's understand the concept of if. If I'm saying where a equals to 5, okay, where b equals to 3. When I'm saying a equal to 5, where b equals to 3. Now what I want to do, I want to put the condition. I want to check whether a is greater than b or not. So I'm putting a is greater than b. Okay. Now I just want to tell you about something about if. If is like we used to write if like in this way. We used to write if in this way. Okay. If is like a green signal. Like you already know that ki like in the highway there are many traffic lights. Okay. So whenever car used to come, okay, so car and can only go can pass the road only when the light is green. Only when the light is green, only then you know that your like car can move, like like they can cross the road. Okay, only when but when it is red, then it is actually keep on stop. It is stop. But if the light is green, then in that case you can say you know that it is like it will move. Okay. Similarly in programming, I would say that this if I'm drawing a traffic light, okay, and this is your this is your car, and this car is actually your program. I want to say this is your program. So whenever you want to give the direction to the program, whether you will run or not, in that case you will have to make a signal whether green. So this green signal is actually true. Okay. And this signal light, you can say that it is actually your if. This whole signal is actually if, and inside that there is a green light, and if that green light is true, then you are like giving instruction to your program, okay, move ahead. So your program is actually moving ahead then. Okay, now I'll tell you what do I mean by that. So basically inside if there will be one thing which will come. If you return true inside this, then in that case what will happen, there will be a block of code. There will be a block of the bracket start and bracket like close. So if you are giving a green signal, if you are saying ki, okay, this is true, whatever in the inside if it is true, then in that case you can execute whatever is present inside it. This is how actually if works. Okay, if is like a, you can say, traffic signal. It is like you are giving a green signal. So okay, so but if only work with true. If you put false here, then if will not execute this. If will say I will not execute this. Okay, because you are showing me the red signal. False is actually a red signal. Okay, okay, I'm repeating it again, just don't worry. I'm just telling you about if. Okay, if it's something like if I use Rhina, the syntax of if is like this. So if says that, okay, if whatever value you give to me, Okay, based on that, I will execute this. Okay, whatever I will put into the brackets. Inside the bracket, suppose I have written console.log. Suppose inside the bracket, I have written console.log green. Okay, now this is like something, if I put, don't worry, I will show you the example, but here what you see, if I put true basically means green signal. Now you have to relate this thing. True basically means green signal. And when I'm talking about the false is actually red signal. Okay, it is something like whenever if I show you a green light and there is your car and your car want to pass out, your car can only pass when there is a green signal. Okay, so this is something like that. Your program will only execute this only when you have a green signal. Okay, yeah, wait, I'm showing you in the programming. Okay, so now I'm showing you, just move to the code and I'll show you in the programming. So basically, uh, okay, so no, I'll make it like a flow chart. Okay, I will say you something. Now suppose I would say like console.log. I just want to share. Just want to like welcome you all first. Welcome you all. Okay, so that I want to mention that my program is starting. Now after that, what I'll do, I'll write a if. Okay, it is not a necessary. I have written this. This is not a necessary. I want to greet you all because I respect you all now. So that's why I have put this statement. Okay, now after this if, now what I want to put, there will be a if, and if after if I need to put this in a brackets. Okay, yeah, I'll make a semicolon. Now after this if, now you know that there is a bracket. Now there is inside this bracket, this is like a signal, whatever signal you want to give, and there will be a opening and closing bracket. Basically this is known as block. You are looking this thing now, this is actually known as block. Like whatever you want to put inside this, in this block, it is your choice. Okay, suppose in this block I want to put console.log, console.log, hey, I'm running. Okay, so basically this is a console.log, but inside if I didn't given any signal, if it's saying please give me some signal, okay, only then I will execute it. So I am saying okay, let's take this green signal. So when I'm giving this green signal, and if I execute this, then you will see that it is running. Hey, I am running. Hey, I am running. This is the syntax for if. Okay, block code basically means block matlab basically brackets where this if is actually executing and where this is if is actually saying okay, this is the closing. Basically in this block you can put anything. Basically what I mean, like if this signal is green, only then this block basically means inside the brackets, inside the bracket whatever you are writing, it will execute. This true is not a variable. Okay, first consider that this true is not a variable. I would say that like if I want to put, if I declare a variable where a, and inside that would I would put a boolean value. So if always take a boolean value, if always basically take the boolean value, and if you are giving any boolean value, suppose if I give the boolean value a, now in that case if I execute it, now it is saying hey, I am running. The reason why, because a is actually true. So a is true basically means I am giving the signal. Okay, now if I write false, suppose if I write false here, if I write false here, now let's see what happened. If I write false, now let's see what happened. It is saying okay, only welcome you all. It is not going inside it because I have given the red signal. This is my red signal which I have given, and due to this red signal it is not executing whatever inside in this. Okay, if I write multiple statement console.log, hi Masai, okay, console.log, if I write I'm glad you are here. Okay, So I can write any statement, but if I execute this, this will not print. Why? Because the signal is right now false. It is actually a red signal. But if I put the, you can say if I put a green signal basically I can write true. And if I give the green signal, then just 1 second. Okay, I have written it in a wrong way. Console. It is actually console. Okay. So now if I run this, hey, I'm running. Hi, Masai. I'm glad you are, because I have given the green signal. Now, can you see? Now, are you able to understand this or not? Okay. Now, now let's go back to the previous one. Now let's go back to the previous session. Like in the Saturday class, what we have learned? We have learned that suppose if I have a value, if I have a number one, if I have a number one, and that number one value is 25, and if I have a number two, okay, and if that number is, you can say 10. Now in that case, if I put this into a result, and in that case what I will write, number one is greater than number two. Okay, so this is which we have learned in the previous one. So here what I'll do, I will just put the result. Okay, because you know that the result, whichever is stored in the result, it will go all the whichever value to, like it is calculated, basically it will return the boolean value to result, and I can use the result here. Now what statement I can make? So I should make some meaningful statement now. Console.log. So suppose if the green signal is coming, suppose if the green signal is that, what do I mean? Like 25 is greater than 10, only then this will execute. In that case, I can say that number one is greater. Number is one is greater. Okay, so I am actually putting some meaningful statement. So you can play with this if, like whatever, based on your if and else. Basically what, how if is actually controlling, you are saying now what is the need of if is some, suppose I give you an example. Okay, suppose I'll make a variable where actually where time, okay, which suppose time is containing like some basically this is something known as current time. Okay, here actually I'm storing some current time. So current time is suppose 9 a.m. Suppose I'm putting 10 a.m. Okay, now current time is 10 a.m. Then now what I'll do, I will use a variable result, and inside result what I'll do, I will compare this current time. I will compare this current. Suppose your breakfast. Suppose your breakfast is actually ready at basically at 11 a.m. Suppose your mom makes a breakfast at 11 a.m. So now what it will do, it will do the checking. According to the Saturday's class, we have already seen that this will do the comparison. This will compare this left thing current time. This current time is actually 10 a.m. with 11 a.m. Okay, and if this result is actually true, that means, okay, hey, your breakfast is ready. Hey, your breakfast is ready. Okay, so when your current time is 11, but right now the what is your current time? Current time is actually 10 a.m. So it is saying welcome you all. It is not put in printing this because right now it is 10 a.m. But if I make it 11 a.m. and if I run this, so what, hey, your breakfast is ready, because right now the current time is 11 a.m. So basically you are controlling the behavior of the code. Oh, sorry. You are controlling the behavior of the code. You are controlling the behavior of the code. Okay, so basically if using if, you can like you can like control that how your code actually behave. When the true is like what you want to do, when you are like when you are not do, then what you want to do. So based on that. Okay, so now I'll show you something. Okay, so let's go to the compiler here. Okay, so first statement which I want to make is, first statement I want to make it, if works with, if works with true. Whenever inside if there is a true, then only the statement will execute, otherwise it will not. Okay, so now I'll show you something. Now let's move to the previous one, like the Saturday session, like say go to the Saturday session. Suppose I want to compare the marks of Rahul, where Rahul marks. Okay, and Rahul got, you can say, 100. And suppose where passing marks is 50. Passing marks is 50. Okay, now what I'll do, basically what I'll do, now I'll do the comparison where result. I will calculate the result, and in the result, what I'll do, I will check whether Rahul passed or not. So what I need to do, I need to check whether Rahul marks is greater than passing marks or not. So that thing will be stored in the result. Okay. So now tell me whether Rahul passed or not. Yeah, actually it is greater than equal to. Actually it is greater than equal to. Okay. So when Rahul marks is greater than equal to passing marks, then in that case, it is equal Rahul has passed. Yeah, Rahul has stopped also. Okay, but right now let's see the problem using flowchart. What I will do first, I will start my flowchart. I would say start. Okay. Now my code will go to this one. Now what I'll do, I will declare the variable. Here I'm declaring the variable. So the variable is Rahul marks 100, and passing marks I'm saying that is 50. Now after coming to this, I'm actually making the condition. This is something like I'm checking. I'm asking this question, is Rahul marks is greater than equal to passing marks or not? There will be two situations. Here I'm asking this question is, okay, suppose there will be one situation will be like, suppose he passed. Yes, he's passed. Okay, when your Rahul marks is greater, in that case, what I'll do, I will make the, I will print statement. I will print in the screen like ki Rahul passed. And this is the end of the code, and I will write end. Whenever you are asking some question, so basically here what I'll do, here I'm asking some question, there might be situation, because here the result will be true and false. Now after this, what I'll do, here I'm actually making, using this flowchart, you can write the code. Now here what I'll do, I will write if Rahul marks. I don't need to write this because here already I'm checking in this Rahul marks is greater than equal to pass, and the already the stored in present in the result. Okay, if result basically Rahul marks is greater than equal to passing mark, and I'm opening the block. In the block, I will write that console.log Rahul passed. Exactly same. Here, if you see the flowchart and if here you see the code, both are exactly same. It's just that in the flowchart, you will see that key. Okay, don't worry about that if it is wrong. Don't worry about that if the value is false. Okay, we will see that later. But right now, just focus on the if. Okay, right now I didn't talk about this no, but this is a secret. I will tell you this no about later. Like what if this is a secret? Okay, we will see that like just after this. Like everyone getting it or not? Okay, so now let's move to the next one. Okay, so basically we have seen this if one. Okay, if basically if he's getting. Now there is another thing. Okay, there is another thing which is known as else. This is another thing which is known as else. Okay, so I'll tell you what is else first, then we will come to the problem. So basically, as I said, key if is actually if only works with true. Okay. Similarly, there is also a else. Okay. Else works when it is false. When the situation is false, then you will move. So here you can say that one thing, if is actually like a green signal and else is actually a writer like a red signal. If is actually a green signal and else is actually a red signal. So now let's see how I can write this. So if I go back to this code, okay. So now if I go back to this code, now in that case, what I can do, just one second, I need to shift this code a little bit so that I can. Here you can see this code. Okay. Now what I'll do, I will make a flowchart again. So I will write start. First, my code is actually starting. This is my starting point of my code. After this, what I need to do, I need to declare the Rahul, or I'm writing in a short Rahul M equals to 100. Okay. Passing marks is actually equal to 50. Now after this, what I'll do, I need to make the check. This is like a diamond box. I need to make a decision. Is Rahul marks is greater than equal to passing marks or not? I'm putting a question mark here. Okay. So one second. I need to write it beautifully, otherwise you won't understand it. Is Rahul marks is greater than passing marks? So here I'm putting the question mark. Okay. So now after this, what I'll do, there might be two situations. Yes, his marks is actually greater. So in that case, what I'm doing, I'm printing print Rahul pass. Okay. Now there might be another situation which is known as, which is says no. So when this is no, then in that case, what I will write, I will put the bracket, and here I will, what I will put print, I will print fail. Okay. Either this will or this will. Now in that case, finally my code, this one and this one finally go to the code end. Finally, my code will end. Because finally I made the decision. Either Rahul will pass or either this will, or basically I made the decision. So in the code, if I want to make the change, so what I'll do, this statement will remain the same. Okay. It is actually just the space problem. That's why I've written if result, I need to write the same code. If result, basically if result is this, then in that case, what I'll do, console.log Rahul passed. Okay, this is a closing, this is a opening, and this is a closing. Similarly, now I need to write else. In the else, you don't need to put condition. Obviously, if this value is true, then obviously what is the else value? You don't have to write key inside false, something like that. If there is one side of true, then what is the other side? Obviously that other side is all, then or directly put the blocks, and in the blocks directly write console.log failed, or you would say Rahul failed. Okay. So okay, there is any issue with from my side, like in the internet, or like my you would say? Okay. Okay, there is no issue in from my side, sorry. Okay, so now someone is saying, like, what if I put in like in this way, else result? Why you want to put this result in this way? Okay, because obviously if this is the, if this is not the thing, then obviously the other will be false. If this is not the true, then obviously other will fall. Then why I need to put externally? Okay, so this is not a syntax. Okay, according to the coding syntax, according to the JavaScript or coding syntax, other programming also, you need to just directly write else. Obviously else means false. Okay, so now if I show you in the editor, I would say that where Rahul marks, that is equals to 80, suppose, where passing marks, okay, it is actually 50. Now in that result, what I'll do, I will store the marks of Rahul marks. I will check Rahul marks is greater than equal to passing marks or not. If it is greater equal to passing marks, then in that case, if Rahul is actually greater than, then in that case, what I'll do, I will write if result, okay, and I will console.log it, and I would say Rahul passed. And in that case, I will write console.log. Okay, if you don't confuse with the brackets, okay, this is the brackets of this if, then this is the bracket of else. Okay, the brackets are actually go in the pair. Either you would write like, you can put the bracket like in your way, like how it is readable to you, but always just watch this pattern. This is if bracket and then this is else bracket. Okay, so console.log, and I would say failed, or you would say Rahul failed. So if I run this, now you know that Rahul actually passed. But what if Rahul is getting 30 marks? Rahul failed. But what if I Rahul get the same 50 marks? In that case, I would say that Rahul passed, because here I'm actually using the greater than equal to. No, indentation is like, it's just like, it is your way, like how you want to put thing. Okay, so semicolon is actually needed only here. Okay, semicolon only in the, just remember the syntax. This is the same syntax which will which will write on every code. Okay, so just look this code carefully and just visualize where I'm putting the semicolon, where I'm writing this. Okay, you don't need to put the semicolon after this. Okay, this is the same syntax which I'll use. Just mug it up. Okay, just mug the syntax. Okay, and you already know how this code is actually working. If this is the thing, then I want to this, and if this is the thing, then I want to this. Okay, maybe there might be two possibilities. Now let's move to this one. Now what it is saying, like if it is snowing, then I will wear sneakers, and if it is not snowing, then I will wear boots. If it's snowing, then I will wear sneakers, and if it's snowing, I will wear boots. Okay. You can also do one thing. You don't need to, if you don't want to put this also, what you can do, you can directly copy this. You can directly put this line into inside this. Okay, you don't need to like always, you can also do this thing. What I've done inside, instead of writing result, whatever present inside the result, what I've directly written here. Like if Rahul marks is greater than passing marks, okay, so it is like, you can say, you can also directly write this. Don't worry, like sometimes it is actually used to show these type of things. Okay, but don't worry, it is actually right. Okay, I think this is something issue with the replit, but otherwise I would say it is right. It is your choice. Now you are saying, no, now if Rahul is failed, but we need to print how much mark he need to pass, then it is your choice. It is your choice what you can do now. It is your game. When you are saying Rahul failed, now you can type something on the, like you are saying, please tell also the Rahul like how much marks he need. So you can declare a variable here and you can write marks needed. So how much marks more needed, like so that he will get pass. So right now, suppose Rahul is getting 30 marks. So in that case, what I will do, I will subtract the passing marks from the Rahul marks. Passing marks from the Rahul marks. So those are the marks which he needed more. Those are the marks which he needed more. So it is your choice, whatever you way you want to put your code. So here what I have put, where marks needed equals to passing marks minus Rahul marks. And I can say that console.log Rahul, I'm saying Rahul needed, okay, marks needed to pass. Okay, so I would say comma, and in that comma, I will just directly use this marks needed variable, which we have already seen in the previous one. Okay, so in that case, you are making your code more interactive by this way. Okay, so maybe, okay, I didn't write console.log. Now here you can see that Rahul actually failed, but Rahul also marks needed to pass is actually more, marks needed to pass is actually 20. So this is how you are making your code more interactive, because Rahul is actually getting 30 now, 30 marks. Okay, now here you can see that more marks needed to pass is like this thing. Everyone got it? Okay, you are saying, can we place space in console? Now you need to experiment that. There are a lot of things which you need to experiment. There are a lot of things which you need to experiment. Okay, someone is asking me like, sir, please explain. So the thing is now, someone has asked me in the question in the chat, like if you are saying if Rahul is getting 30 marks and passing marks is 50, now when we are displaying this, when we are displaying in the screen that Rahul failed, then I should tell to the Rahul na how much marks you need. Like it is a, like you can say it is a it is a trait of a good application. Like whenever you are using any cable, why you are using Swiggy, why you are not using Zomato, or why you are using Amazon, why you're not, because they used to like giving you a more specific information. So suppose if you are writing this type of application and if you are directly saying Rahul failed, so I would say like if you give Rahul a little bit more information, then it would be good. Okay, so I already know that Rahul is getting 30 marks and the passing marks is 50. Rahul is getting 30 marks and passing marks 50. If Rahul get 20 more marks, then he will get passed. So I should tell to the screener in the screen in the application that Rahul, you should get 20 more marks. In that case, you will get failed. So what I am writing here, marks needed. So that's why I created the variable marks needed. And in marks needed, what I have done, I have subtracted the passing marks minus Rahul marks. Why I subtracted this? I have subtracted the passing marks minus Rahul marks. That will be, you can say that will be the 20. The like if I subtract the passing marks minus Rahul marks, so basically that is the marks which Rahul needed so that he will get passed. So this is actually 50 minus 30. You can say 50 minus 30, that is 20 more marks Rahul actually needed more. So now at the end, I'm displaying also console.log and I'm printing that more marks needed, or you can say marks needed to pass. So I would say in the comma, I would directly put the variable marks needed. And now if I run this code, now in this case, Rahul failed. And I'm also telling to the Rahul like how many more marks you need to pass. So that is 20. Okay. I think you all get understood this. Okay. Yeah, right. Actually, it's like if I need to put the where also, sorry. Okay. So yeah, that is the thing. Now let's come to this one. Now here you can see this question. If it is snowing, then I will wear sneakers. And if it is not snowing, then in that case, I will wear boots. So I'll go to this one. So basically what I'm saying, if there is a snow, so if I write the flow chart, start. Okay. Now in that, after this, what I am asking this question, is snowing? Okay, I am asking this question, is it snowing? If yes, then wear boots. Wear boots. And if it is not, if it is not, if it is not snowing, then in that case, what you can do, just wear the sneakers. And when you are done with both of this, then basically your code is actually end. Okay. Now, if I go to the code, now how can I write the code? So basically what I can do, I just use a variable is snowing. This variable will tell me where snowing. And in the snowing right now, I am putting true. Intentionally, I am putting true. Okay. So right now what I'm saying that it is actually snowing. So after this, what I will write, if snowing. What is the value of snowing? Snowing is actually true. So I will put in the brackets, and in the bracket, I will write console.log. Okay, what I'm saying, if it is snowing outside, now in that case, you need to wear the boots. Okay, now in that case, what is the other case? Other case is actually else. And if it is else, now in that case, you need to wear the sneakers. Okay, so snowing is true. So basically it will print the boots. And if it is where, okay, for snow, like if snowing is true, basically when there is a snow outside. So what I'm doing, I'm wearing the boots. Yeah, we can also take the user input, but that is a later part. We will see that in the later part. Okay, don't worry about that. And this is the this is a question of later thing. So we will see the thing step by step. Don't worry about that. Okay, right, today we are learning this if else thing. Now I would say where snowing, and in that case I will say true. Okay, the more meaningful variable will be is snowing. Okay, because I am asking this question, so more meaningful variable I would say. You can also put snowing, but I am just want to put one snowing. So I am saying if is snowing. Okay, in that case, what I will write, console.log where boots. And after this, what I'll write, I will write else console.log where sneakers. I'm putting the bracket in this way. Okay, don't confuse like why I'm putting the bracket. It is like a standard. So I can also put in this way. Okay, it's my choice what I want to do. So I think it is more readable in this way. So I would write wear boots, wear sneakers. Okay, because right now it is snowing outside. So now after this, what I'll do, I will write false. Wear sneakers. Like getting this or not? Don't worry about that. We will see that. If you see more problems, then you will understand how you will get to know like where to use if and else. Now you can also ask, if I get at least 10 rupees, I will buy the chocolate, else I will buy the candy. So these are the like general thing which we used to do every day. Like we used to live our life in if. Okay, if I have that much of money, then I will go to the movie. But if I don't have, then I will spend that in like eating something. So you can ask this thing. Okay, so now I told you about, there will be like if there is start, then there will be yes. Okay, then execute this code. And if there is a no, then execute this part of the block. So if and else, if and else. Okay, and based on that, what we are doing, we are actually implementing something. Now just wait and okay. So I want to show you more examples. Why you want to put the two variables? Because this, if I'm saying like you are saying like why I'm not putting the like two variables, So the reason is that is knowing itself is enough. Na? Is knowing itself, it can take two values, true and false. So if it is that value, then it automatically true, and like it is not. Now why you want to put two variables? Because itself this variable can contain those two values. Okay, so now let's move to the next one. Okay, now in that case, what you can do now, like I have executed this code in index.jf. Now what I'm doing, I'm adding a file. So I'll make the next. I want to write the code like my next program on next file. So I'm writing program1.js. Okay, so if I want to uh, okay, so this is my program1.js, and here I'm actually going to write my code. Okay, so now what I'll do in program1.js, what I'll do, I will declare a name where name1 equals to, I'm going to write Varun. And there is another name that is known as name2. Inside this name, I am going to write again Varun. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll make a check where check whether the name is same or not. Okay. So I would write name1 equal to name2. Name1 equal to, if it is true, if it is both are equal, then it will go directly go to the check will be true. Now in that case, what I can write, I can write if check, if name are same, if name are equal to true, basically name equal to name2, then in that case, I can print console.log both names are same. Else console.log both names are different. Now here you can see that if I do this, so it is say, sorry, it is actually directly executing the index.js file. So I need to go to the shell, and in the shell, you just need to write node, okay, and this file program1.js, program1.js. So it is saying both names are same, both names are same, okay, because since v and v are capital, but if I make it capital V, so in that case, both names are different because v small Varun as capital Varun is actually different. Yeah, you can also use the triple equals to, it will work. Don't worry about that. Okay, but you already know the property of, sorry, you already know the property of single equal to and double equal to. Okay, so both will work. There is no issue on that. So I have used the if and else thing. Okay. Now I just want to show you the practical scenario where I can use this. Okay, so what I'll do, I will create a new file that is the program is I'll give some meaningful name. I will write discount.js. This is my program name. So I'm just giving a meaningful name here. So now what is the problem here? Key like in a shop, in a restaurant. Okay, it is saying that the restaurant is saying that key if you will get the discount, you will get the discount in a restaurant, you will get a discount only when when you like when your minimum total bill, when your minimum total bill is actually 500. If you are eating something, okay, of the cost of 500 and more than that, in that case you will get a discount or something. Okay, a discount will be available to you. And if the price, like whatever you are eating, is actually less than 500, then you have no discount, then there will be no discount for you. Okay, So if the total bill of yours, it is actually greater than 500, or okay, any discounted price, whatever the company, the restaurant has decided, in that case, you will get the basically discount. Okay. And if it is less than that, then you will not get any discount. So just let's write the code for it. No, just make the files. Okay. Right now, just make the files. And if you, just for now, don't confuse it. Okay. In the replit, you can just do some hit and trial and you will understand it. Okay. So what I'm saying, what is the problem state? Give discount of rupees, give discount of rupees 500 when total bill, when total bill is whatever you are eating, when total bill is rupees 499. 499. And what is the amount discount I want to give? Rupees 500. Basically, give discount of rupees 500 when the total bill, or what I can say, okay, basically this is a discount starting price. Don't confuse this. Okay, just I would say that in a restaurant, discount starting prices, discount start prices, basically you will get the discount only when you are eating of 500 rupees. When you are eating, like when your bill is generating 500 or more than 500. Okay, suppose you went to a restaurant and you have ordered many things, and your actual bill which actually generated is like, suppose the bill is actually, suppose 1000. Okay, and now the restaurant has decided that they will give the discount, give the discount when you make the order of minimum 500 rupees. Okay, now you need to tell me whether discount is allowed for this total bill or not. So in that case, what I can write, if total bill is greater than discounted price, discount start price. Okay, in that case, I can say that console.log discount available. Otherwise, what I will say, console.log discount not available. You can say that not available just. So when I run this, so here you will see that, okay, sorry, I need to run with from the shell node discount.js. Okay, now it is saying discount available. Why? Because the price which you have spent in the restaurant is 1000 and it is actually greater than 500. Yeah, it should be greater than equal to. I'm putting it greater than equal to. Okay, so the total price should be greater than equal to discount price, because that is the start price. For others, the everything is very clear. Okay, don't worry. We will see that code. Okay, now let's see some other thing. Okay, but here you can see, that key here, like in the restaurant, I'm actually like, if I change the problem statement, okay, here the problem statement is like the discount starting price is 500, and if you spend something like this, the minimum price is this. If you spend something, if your total bill is 500 or more than 500, then you will able to discount is available for you. But let's say if I change the problem, if I make a discount Okay, and this is the another problem, discount2.js. Okay, now what I'll do, basically the problem scenario which I'm changing right now is like if your bill is greater than 500, now in that case what I want the 10% discount. Okay, if your bill is actually greater than 1000, then you should get 20% discount. Okay, and if your bill is otherwise, you will get no discount. This is the maximum discount which you are getting in the, you can say, in the restaurant. When your bill is actually greater than 1000, then you are getting 20% discount. If your bill is greater than 500, then you are getting 10% discount. This is my problem statement, and this is the problem which I want to solve it. Okay, just take five, just give me 5 minutes, then we'll take the break. Okay, now if I go to these slides, sorry. Okay, now there is something known as if else if. Okay, so what does it mean? Okay, I'll show you. Now if I change the problem, suppose if I go to the another problem. So now the another problem is, suppose uh shop.js. Okay, just for now I'm just waiting the problem. Basically my mother told me to get like following things. Basically she told me to get the rice. The second thing which she told me to get the wheat, and the third thing which she told me to get is biscuit. So she told me that, like, if you have like just first check for the rice, and if the rice is there, then get it. And else you can also, like, if the wheat is there, then also get it, and if there is a biscuit, then also get it. Okay, so now what I'll do, so basically my mom like gave me, suppose, like 500 rupees, and she told me to go to the shop and just first check whether rice is not there, and if it isn't, just get it. Okay, so now in that case what I'll do, I will make a three variables. The three variable is if rice is available, okay, and right now I am making it true. Yes, rice is available. The second thing is what I'm making is wheat available. In that case, what I can write yes, and like no, or I can write yes, wheat is available. Okay, so right now I'm just checking for only these two, rice and wheat. Now, if I want to check for the rice and wheat, so in that case, what I'll do, I will write if rice available. So in that case, I will write console.log buy rice. Okay, but now after this, what I can do, because I need to check first now whether wheat available is not. I need to check wheat available is not. Only then I can do this thing. Because if I write the else basically I'm assuming that whether that wheat is already available. That's why I'm directly writing like else. Okay, but else is not, because I need to first check whether wheat is available or not. So in that case, what I can do, I have a like another syntax, that is else if. I have something known as else if. So what I can write, else if. In else if, what I will write, ki whether wheat available is or not. Here I'm again checking something. Okay, console.log, I would say buy wheat. Now again, I need to check whether biscuit are there or not. Okay, so again I need to check something. So again I can put else if. Okay, whatever list you want, you just put keep on put the biscuit, like whether biscuit available or not. So here what I'll do, declare the biscuit first. So I would write biscuit available or not. Okay. And I'm writing console.log. So basically buy biscuit. Okay. And else what she said, if you don't get anything, just come back. Suppose if you don't get anything, just come back. Okay. So else I would write else, like if you don't get any of these things, maybe you will not get rice, maybe you will not get beet, maybe you won't get any of these things, then in that case, what should I do? So in that case, I will write console.log come back. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. Suppose like everything is available there. Suppose everything is available there. Rice is available there. Wheat is available there. Biscuit is available there. Everything is available there. Okay. Now if I click on this one, sorry, I need to click on node shop.js. So basically it is saying buy rice. Okay. So the code is only going to this and it is actually coming out. So now if I show you, like if you have written something, in this if, okay, and then you have written something in this else if. Okay, then you have another else if. And then you have at the end you have else. So basically what will happen, your code will start from here. Okay, it will start from here. Now if he get the result, here, if this is true, then it is basically directly go out of the code, out. But if suppose it is not false, so I'll make a diagram, start. So basically what will happen, this is a condition, you know that this is condition 1. It will check for this condition 1. Now if this condition is true, okay, if this is yes, then in that case what will happen, this x will print it will go to x. After going to x, it will directly go to end. End basically means out of the code, it will go out of the code. Okay, it will not go to the next one. It will say, okay, my work is done, now I'm not going to x. But if suppose it is actually no, suppose this actually got failed, this failed, if this failed, now so after this what will do, it will go to this one, second one. So it will finally, if it is go, then it will actually check the condition 2. So now it will check this condition, and if this condition fulfill, if this condition yes, then it will finally go to the end. So basically the situation is something like this. If it is start, and it will check the condition 1. If it is check 1, then it is finally true, and it is do the statement and finally go to the end. It will not go to the condition 2. Now if it is false, it will check the condition 2, and it will directly execute it and will go out of it. Okay, basically what it is doing, it is actually at a time going to anyone. It is saying, okay, I will not go to like everyone. Okay, but right now just imagine that in this case my mom is told me to get like any one of these things. She said that if you get the rice, first priority is that if you get rice, then get the rice, and if you get wheat, then get the wheat, and if you get the biscuit, okay, then get the biscuit. Basically if you find the rice, then just like buy it and come back. Okay, and now if but if you don't get the rice, then just directly go to the wheat. Okay, and if you don't get the wheat, then what you'll do directly, then try for the biscuit if you don't get the wheat. Okay, so now in this question what is happening, suppose in your shop everything is there. Now in that case what will happen, you will only buy the rice. But now suppose rice is not there. but suppose rice are not there. Okay. Sorry. Basically what I'm doing, I'm buying the wheat because rice is not available, but wheat is available. Now, if I even still like wheat is not there. Now in that case, what will happen? I will execute this. Now here you can see that buy biscuit because biscuit is there. But even then, suppose biscuit is not there, then what I'll do? I'll just execute this and it is saying come back. Don't buy anything, just come back because nothing is there. Okay, just wait, we will see that. What if he has to buy everything? Okay, then we will just wait for that. Okay, then we will see that condition. So this is the way. Okay, just take a 5-minute break, then we will continue the session. So basically I'm continuing the last one again. Okay, so what my mom said, my mom told me to get, okay, if you have this right wheat biscuit, so in this order. Okay, so she said ki I'm only giving you 500 rupees. If you get the rice, then just get the rice, okay, and come back. But if you don't get the rice, then just buy the wheat. Okay, because you have the same 500 rupees now, in that money just buy the wheat, then in that case we will eat wheat. Okay, but if you don't get the wheat, then just directly get the biscuit. Now what I have done, I have created 3 variables. I have created 3 variables. Okay, now here what I have done, I have checked the if rice available or not. So now you ask, someone is asking me this question that what is the difference between else and else if? Okay, now the first difference is that else if, in the else if you can put the condition, like what to which condition you want to make the things true. But in the else you cannot write anything. You in the else it is saying, it is considering that it like everything. Okay, other than that, right, it is not just because in else if you can put that whether you want to, whether wheat available or not, but in else it is not considering that. It is saying that everything, like if everything is there, so other than this buy rice, I will, for everything I will print this come back. So now if I just write this thing, if I remove this thing and if I write this thing, just if and else buy rice. But my mom said na ki beta please also get the wheat if you don't get the rice. Now here what is actually happening? Suppose rice is not available, then what will happen? Suppose if I just run it now, let's see what will happen. No, he is just Sunny is actually coming back. Suppose Sunny is the child name. Sunny is Sunny came back. Okay, now if I just 1 second. Node shop.js. Now you can see that Sunny is actually coming back. Why? Because rice is not available and Sunny is there. But mom said, yeah, if rice is not available, then just try for wheat. Now, how will you try for the wheat? Directly you write it like wheat is available. How can you write wheat available without checking that wheat is like with whether wheat is there or not? So in that case, we need another one that is known as else if. Okay, else if says that, okay, I'll check for the wheat, whether wheat is available or not. I will check whether wheat is available or not. Okay, now if this is the thing, then in that case, what you'll do the console.log. Console.log, and I am saying buy wheat. Okay, if I buy the wheat, now finally I'll done. Now the third thing which mom said, like suppose if I again try this and suppose the wheat is there, suppose wheat is already there. Now what will happen? It will execute, it will try to run it. Again, so if I execute it, then it will say buy wheat. So why it is saying buy wheat? Because you already know that ki rice is not available and it will first go to this thing. So if I say, so how the code is actually executing? First, the code is actually code run in the sequential form. Okay, so code first initially go from there to there and it will check rice available, wheat available, and all the variable are declared here. Now the code will come to here. Now it will check whether rice available or not. Rice available? Nahi, false. So if it is false, then don't execute this. Okay, directly move the next to the next one. So it is saying else if wheat available. So if wheat available, you can see that that is true. So if it is true, then print this and come out of this loop. Okay, then don't execute the whatever is actually coming next. So this is how actually the things are working here. Okay, now if I want to add one more thing is like whether biscuits are available are here or not. So in that case, what I'll do, I'll write another else if biscuit I would write available biscuit available or not. And if biscuits are available, then I will write console.log and I will write buy biscuit. Suppose biscuits are there and rice is also there, like wheat is also there. But in that case also, it will only buy the wheat. Why? Because wheat is available. Then he didn't like, now he like the money is not like no money left to Sunny. So that's why he cannot spend that to buy biscuit. So he buy the wheat and he actually came out. But if suppose nothing is there, everything is unavailable. Now it will, in that case, it will execute and it will directly Sunny came back because nothing is there. Yeah, first preference for that one, which is actually true. First preference is that okay. Now let's see the situation. Now let's see the situation when my mom told me that you should check for everything. Like if you get the rice, then get the rice, but also check for the wheat, whether wheat is there or not. So also check for the wheat and get the wheat, and also check for the biscuit and get the biscuit. Okay. So in that case, what I'll do, I'll make this code as shop2. I'll write the code as shop2.js. shop2.js. Okay. And I'll copy everything from this to this. Now in this problem, what I need to solve, in this case, my mom is saying, if you get the rice, then get the rice, but also check for the wheat, whether wheat is there or not, then get the wheat. And also check for the biscuit. So you need to also, and in this case, I'm giving you 5,000 rupees. Okay. And try to get everything. Don't come like just with the wheat. If you are getting everything in the shop, then just buy everything. Okay. So now in that case, what we can do, because in the shop.js, okay, so if we are writing in this way, then what is actually happening, whatever condition is true, only that is actually executing and it is coming out. But when I talk about this shop2.js, here we need to check for everything. So in this case, I am actually removing this thing. Now if rice is available, then I will buy the rice. So now if I want to check for the wheat also, okay, so I will go for the if. I will again write the if. And in this case, console.log, and here I will write buy wheat. In this case, it will not ignore the second statement. Okay. And suppose both are available. Now in that case, if I execute this, now you know that, 1 second, it is not, it is shop1.js. Sorry, shop2.js. Now here you can see that buy rice, buy white. It is buy rice, buy wheat. Okay, it is actually buying everything because both are available. So you need to write separate if. So again, I need to write separate if, that is biscuit available or not. biscuit available. Console.log buy biscuit. Now it is checking for everything. Biscuit is false, that's why it didn't buy biscuit. Now what I'll do, I'll make it true so that it able to buy biscuit also. Okay, buy rice, buy wheat, buy biscuit. Yeah, when the things are not available. It is your choice whether you want to put slash n or not, like anything. If nothing is available, okay, so don't worry about that if nothing is available. Okay, so if nothing is, just see the two scenarios of difference, like if else. Okay, if else if, like if I want to write the code in this way, in this case only one statement is executing at a time and it is actually coming out. So but here the problem statement is that mom already gave the 500 rupees, and in 500 rupees the mom told him to get one thing. Okay, whatever you are getting first. If you're getting rice, then get the rice, and if you're getting wheat, then get the wheat, and if you're getting biscuit, then get the biscuit. But now here in this case, mom has gave Sunny 5,000 rupees. It is not 500, it is 5,000. And she's telling to him like, get everything, try to get everything, whatever you are getting there. So he actually tried for everything, and that's why every situation is actually checked. Okay, so now let's move to the next question. Now let's move to the discount problem. This one, sorry, discount 2. In this question, I already told you, like if the bill is actually greater than 500, then give me the 10% discount. If the bill is greater than 1000, then give me 20% discount. Otherwise, no discount. No discount is there. Okay. So now in this case, what I can do? Okay. So suppose like the first discount is available in discount 1 is actually available in 500 rupees. Like when you are generating the bill of 500 rupees. The second discount, here you can see that 500 discount, you are getting 10% discount. Now the second discount is actually 2. Now here actually what I'm doing, I'm putting 1000. Now the second last thing is the total bill which I'm generating. Total bill like of my, when I came to the restaurant, the total bill which I have generated. So the bill is actually 599. Now what I'll do, I need to check for each discount. Okay, which discount I'm eligible for. So first I will check whether if total bill is actually greater than equal to discount 1, then in that case I will do the console.log, and I would say that I will get the 10% discount. Okay, and just listen the problem statement carefully. I'm only eligible for only one discount. It is not I'm getting both discounts. I will be eligible for one discount at a time. Suppose you go to the restaurant. In the restaurant, the restaurant people don't say to you like you are eligible for every discount. They will say that if you are generating the bill of 1000, then you will get this discount. If you are generating this bill, then you are getting this discount. Okay, so you have to remember this thing. So that means like any one condition should execute. It's not like the problem of this shop 2 that you need to buy everything. Okay, so in the discount 1 question, in this problem, you are eligible for only one discount at a time. So now I'll write else if. Now if your total bill is greater than equal to discount 2, then in that case, I will do the console.log. Now 20% discount. Okay. Now after doing this else if, now the finally, if you are not doing like if your total bill is not 10% like greater than equal to discount 1, it is not this price discount 2. Now otherwise what I can say, no discount. You are not eligible for any discount. So I would say that no discount. Okay. Okay, please don't go to that depth key. I also do the calculation in discount. Okay, so don't worry about that. Later when the level will increase, we will make our code more complicated. Okay, so right now just try to understand the concept, because otherwise it will become very difficult for others to understand this thing. So this is the discount one. This discount one is saying if you are generating the total bill of greater than equal to 500, then you are eligible for 10% discount. If you are in generating the bill of greater than equal to 10,000, 1,000, then you are eligible for 20% discount. But if you are like eating something like which is less than 500, so here actually you will not get any discount. Okay, so if I run this, sorry, here I need to execute the node discount underscore 2.js. So it is saying you are eligible for 10% discount because I have my total bill is 599 and the code is actually coming from here. So it is checking 599. So it is first coming here. 599 is greater than equal to discount 1. Discount 1 value is 500. So 599 is actually greater than 500. So I have generated 10% discount and I have come out. Okay. So now if I now let's try something. Now suppose if I generate the bill of 1500. Okay. Now tell me what will be the expected output. What will be the expected output? Okay. Okay, many of you saying 10%, many of you saying 20%, and some of you saying no discount. So now let's see what happened. When I execute this, so it is actually saying 10% discount. It is actually saying 10% discount. Okay. So now the thing is like the very important thing is now always understand like how this code is actually executing. So basically, if you want to understand the code, now let's come to this point. Now always understand that whenever your code is executing, your code actually execute in this fashion. Okay, just go line by line. First, your code come to here and it is it is saying, okay, discount 1 you have set 500. Now you are set discount 2 as 1000. Now it is saying, okay, your total bill is 1500. Okay, now come to the next line. Now your code is actually coming here. Now it is checking what is the total bill. Total bill is actually 1500. Now it is checking whether it is greater than equal to discount 1. Discount 1 is 500. So it is ranking 500. So 1500 is actually greater than equal to 500. So basically it will say that, okay, this is true. Now you will execute 10% discount. Okay. Now if total 10% discount is available there, then you just go out. Okay, why I have done this? Now remember one thing. Okay, I'm repeating this again. When you write if, and when you write else if, this is the bracket. When you write else if, whenever you use else if or something like anything, like when you are using else if, now always remember, only one will execute, only one will execute, only one will execute. Just remember this one thing. Okay, if this is true, then it will go out. If suppose this is false, if this is false, suppose now it will coming this, then it after like if this is true, then it will actually after executing it will go out. Okay, if it is this is true, then it will after executing this will go out. It will not again go to the next one. And if I say, if you are writing if multiple times, if 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 like there are many 1000 times you have written if, so it will go to everyone. Suppose this is true, suppose this is true, then it will go execute, it will execute. Now after this it will come to this one. Now it will say if this is true, if this is true, then it will execute. Suppose this is false, suppose this is false, now it will not come to here, it will directly go out. First of all, tell me, everyone understood this different or not? Everyone understood this difference or not, or I should repeat again? Okay, I'm explaining this again. Okay, just ask me this question. That's why I'm saying always remember, because that is a key point, and if you miss out this thing, then your concept will not work. Okay, so I'm saying again, if you are writing if, after writing if, you are writing some block of code inside this, then you are writing else if. Inside this else if, you are put some condition, and this is your block of code, and after this you are writing else if. Again you have written else if. Okay, and at the end suppose you have written else or something like that, anything. Okay, now suppose your code, what will code actually happen? Code actually execute line by line. So first it will come to this line and it will check. So suppose this condition is true, suppose this condition whatever you are trying to execute, it is true, then it will execute this and it will come out. It will come out, it will come out, it will not go to the next one. It will not execute this else if. It will actually, it will say, I am leaving everything, I don't know, like I don't want to, like I'm satisfied with this if. Okay, because it actually satisfy my needs, and now I'm executing this. Now like I'm fine, I'm done. Now if you are saying like, if you this is false, suppose if this is false, suppose if this is false, in that case this will not execute. Okay, it will directly go to the next one. And if this, suppose if this become true, if this become true, then it will say, okay, this is the one, now I'll execute this and come out. Okay, first time wherever I will find the first true, I will execute that and I will I will come out the first time if I'm writing if else if else. And the second situation is like this: if I'm writing if multiple time, if I'm writing multiple time, if I'm writing multiple time if, so in this case what I will do, execute this, this will execute, suppose this is true, this will execute. Okay, even if it this true and false, it doesn't matter, after this it will come to this one. If this is true, it will execute this, it will execute this, now it will. So basically sequentially it is coming to first, then second, then third. No matter whether it is true and false, it will obviously come to the next one. Everyone got this concept or not? Okay. So now that's why I want to say, that's why I want to say, like, just come to this code. Now try to understand this thing. When I have written where discount 1 equal to 500, I've written where discount 2 equal to 1000. Now it will first go to this one. Now it will check whether total bill is actually 1500, and it will check whether 1500 is greater than discount 1 or not. So you already know that the total bill is actually your total bill. When I talk about total bill, so basically your total bill is actually what is the value 1500, and 1500 is greater than what is your discount 1 value. Discount 1 value is 500. So now you already know that this is true. This is true. So if this is true, then it will execute this console.log 10% discount and it will come out. Now here you can see that 10% discount. Why you are getting 10% discount? Because it is actually executed only this statement. Okay. Now if I clear it, now if I make the discount, if I make the total bill as, suppose, if I make the total bill as 400, suppose, okay. So now in that case, if I execute this, so it is actually saying no discount. Why? The reason it is saying no discount, why? Because it is actually what is happening. It is first coming to this line. It is checking what is the total bill. Total bill is 400. And it is saying it is greater than equal to discount 1. Discount 1 is 500. So basically 400 is greater than equal to 500. It is false. Now, if it is false, now it will execute this one. Why? Because this is false. It is until now it is not. It doesn't get its first row. So now it will check whether total bill is actually to what is the value of total bill 400, and whether it equal to greater than 1000. So it is also false. Now it will say, okay, now go to the next one. So it is saying else. So else for whatever situation, put the no discount. That's why you are getting no discount. Everyone clear? Okay. So now the thing is, now the problem here is, just imagine the situation. Okay. I just imagine the real situation. Okay. Because whenever you will write the code, now you are writing this code for some restaurant. Okay. And if you write the code in a wrong way, then it will not, basically it will create the disaster. So I just want to show you something like writing a code and also applying your logical ability. Okay. Suppose I'm generating the bill of 600. Okay. Now tell me, when you went to the restaurant and if you are when you eat for 600 rupees, what discount you should get? Like, just tell me about real world scenario. Okay. 10% discount. 10% discount. Okay. So I want to tell you this question. Just listen this question again. Suppose you went to the restaurant and restaurant wale they actually told you, if you are eating greater than 500, then we will get you 10% discount. And if you eat greater than equal to 1000, then we will give you 20% discount. Now tell me this in just in layman terms, when you are eating 600 rupees, when you are eating of this price, then how much discount you will get? You told me 10%. Now suppose you eat from 1200, how much discount should you should get? Okay, you will go for the best. You will go for the best. You will go for the best. The best is actually 20%. Why? Because you went to the restaurant and you have eaten 12%. Why you should not get 20% discount? You should get the 20% discount because you have crossed the limit of 1000. So in this case, it is your like a right to get the 20% discount. Now, but when I come back to the code, in the code, just look at one thing. In the code, if suppose I make this price as 1200, and suppose if I run the code, Logically, I should get 20% discount. But here, can you see that what I am getting 10% discount? So can anyone tell me like this code is right or wrong? Syntax wise, this code is right. Syntactically, this code is right, but logically, it is not right. Okay. So basically, the first thing is, so basically, where is the problem? How should I fix it? The solution of the problem lies in there, that suppose if you are eating greater than equal to 500, you are getting 10% discount. And when you are eating greater than 1000, then you are getting 20% discount. Okay. When I gave you the like when you went to the restaurant, okay. So suppose you eat something and you generated the total bill of something. When you generated the total bill of something like 1200, suppose Sham came to the restaurant and he generated the bill of this one to 1200. Now what he will do, when he checked the discounted price, when he checked the discount label in the restaurant, which is actually present in the discount, they have like in their whiteboard, they have printed this, like if you are eating greater than equal to 500, so 10%. Okay. And it is the, you can say, yeah, this is the restaurant name is Seasonal Chef. And they have said that in their screen, they have put this statement. Now, if you have generated this 1200 discount, then logically what will happen? You will first try to check with the last value. And if you are not getting the discount, then you will go for the next last value. It is not you will first check for this one. You will first check for this one, last one. You will try to first get the maximum discount first. And if you are not getting from there, then you will move to this one. Okay. So this is how actually our mind works. Our mind first think in a greedy way. First, हम क्या करेंगे? Basically, we will first try to see what is the maximum discount I should get, and then I'll move to the next one. Okay. So now what I need to do, like in the code, just don't check for the discount one price first. Check for the discount two price. सबसे ज़्यादा discount जिसमें मिल रहा हो, just go for that one. To which you are getting the maximum discount, just go for that first, and print that 20% discount, and print here 10% discount, and make it discount one. Okay. Now in that case, in this case, if I'm eating 1200 rupees, then I'm actually getting 20% discount. The reason for that is because the discount one is 500, discount two is 500, 1200. Now my code will execute here. It will check what is your total bill, para. So now after that, we'll check what is the discount to. It is actually 1000. So 1200 is 1000. It is yes. You are eligible for 20% discount. Now come out and now take your discount. So first of all, I'm trying for the largest value. And then when I'm so you have to think logically. It is not like you just could write your code in syntactic manner and it is right. You also need to check whether your code is working logically correct or not. Okay, first you have to check for the maximum discount, and if it is not available, then go for the next one. So right now it is actually eligible for 20%. Am I going out? Okay. Yeah, because here, okay, don't worry about that. Actually, I'm speaking in English. It is just one line I have added. I know that you don't know Hindi. Like everyone got it or not? This is the way of this is not just like I'm saying just write the code. I'm just saying write the code, but also think logically. Okay, otherwise you will write something wrong, and what will happen? The customer who is actually paying 3000 rupees, and even that he's actually getting the bill of like he's not he's only getting the 10% discount. Okay. So just like remember everything. Okay, now let's move to the next problem. Okay, so now let's go for the problem. I'll add something like age check.js. Okay, this is my problem. Now tell me what is the legal age of, like, if someone, if a girl or boy, like they want to marry, basically what is the legal age for a girl and for a boy in India? Okay, so you told me like it is 18 and okay. So now what I'll do, I need to write a program, okay, where someone has come to me and they want to check whether he's eligible to, like he or she, like like right now you can say they are legal to marry or not. Okay, so if I say this thing where, okay, I'll declare two variables where gender, and in the gender I'll write male. Okay, and that person, suppose Sonu has come, or suppose you can say some XYZ, some John has come. Okay, John has come to me and he's asking me, basically he's a foreigner, but you can assume that he's an Indian. So, or you can say Ram has come. Okay, and where gender, and suppose his age is actually, you can say 19. Okay, now I want to check whether he's like eligible to marry or not. Now if I write the code in this way, if gender if gender equal to male, can I write this thing? Okay, because if I run this now, it is actually only checking the sorry, node. Okay, node this age check dot js. Now it is saying allow to marry, but what if this age is 15? So in that case also this code will say, okay, allow to, you can say allow to marry, but it should not, no, because age is 15. So now what I'll do, I'll make it else. Okay, so I would say that if gender is male, one second. Okay, so I'm saying if gender is male, so I'm directly allowing him to marry, like you can marry. So can I write this thing if age, because I'm not making a check for the age, so can I write if age is greater than equal to 18, then in that case I can say console.log can I write this thing? Will it work? Okay, so if I run this, then what will happen? Let's see. Now the age is 15 and the gender is male. So it is saying, uh, okay, it is saying for first one, it is saying allowed to marry. Basically, at the end, you can say that for Ram, it is saying allowed to marry. Okay, even though this statement is not executed because the age is actually 15, but what I am checking, like here I'm like using this code is also, it is also failing because it is not fulfilling the situation. It is not saying you cannot marry, because you can see that Ram age is 15 and he's male, and even the code, my code is saying it is allowed to marry. So this is wrong. Okay, so now what should I do? Basically, this is the problem here, because now if gender is male, okay, with gender I also need to check like whether what is his age, because I'm talking about the same person. Okay. So since I'm talking about the same person, now what should I do? So now I want to tell you something, like you already know that in this if you have written this condition console.log. So instead of it, what I can write, I can also check like if this is true, then inside this if I can also write another if, which is actually checking whether age is greater than equal to 18 or not. And if this is true, now in that case, what I can write console.log. And in that case, I can say that can get married. Now he's allowed to marry. Okay. Now what if I say else? Else basically means his age is less than 18. So in that case, I can say that console.log. Okay, so for male, the age is actually 21. Sorry. Console.log, I can say that can't get married. Okay. Inside this first, what will happen? This gender will check whether it is male or not. And if it is true, then it will go inside this and it will check whether the age is greater than equal to 21 or not. So if it is greater than 20, then I can say that can get married. Otherwise, I would say that can't get married. Okay. So everyone is getting that. Here I'm only checked for the male. Now after that I will check for the female. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, sorry for the English. Can't, can marry. Okay. So now okay, now just check for the male first. Okay, then I'll move to the female. Just go one. Okay, I'm repeating this again. Like previously, this is not I have written here. Here I have written like console.log, something like that. Okay. But what I want to say, like after you have checked that whether he's like gender is male. Now, after I've checked for the same person, whether the age is actually 15 or not. Okay. Now what I want, if this condition is true, only then I want to execute the next condition. And the next condition is that ki agar I can also put another if block inside this if block. And I can also check another thing, like if age is greater than equal to 21 or not. If it age is greater than equal to 21, then I can write that console.log. I can say can marry. Otherwise, I can say that console.log can't marry. Okay. So now how the code actually will execute? The code will execute in this fashion. The code will execute in this fashion. So basically the first code will come to here. Now it will check whether gender is male or not. So basically gender is male. So it is actually true. So after it is true, the code will go inside this block. Now it will come here. Now it will check whether age is 21 greater than 21 or not. So age is 15. So it is actually false. So if it is false, then it will directly go to else. Because if it is not executing, then it will directly go to else and it will directly print can't marry. Okay. So if I go to this, now here you can see that can't marry. Okay. Now don't directly jump to the next steps. I'm saying, okay, so this is for the gender male. Okay. Now tell me, like, if I'm talking about a gender male, how many types of gender are there? Okay, there are 3 genders. Okay. Now let's for now let's assume that I am here only talking about male and female. Okay. After that, I'll also consider the third one also. Okay. After that, right now I'm just solving the problem for 2, and after that I'll move to third one also. Okay. So now let's for now just assume that now I'm only solving the problem for male and female. Okay, then I will also add the third gender also. Okay, so now this, if gender is equal to male, I have solved this problem. Now after this, what I'll do, if I write this else, okay, now just like, if like else always go with a pair, so this else is actually corresponding to this if, and this else is actually corresponding to this if. Everyone is getting this? Basically, if and else now always go in the pair. If I say this thing, yes, if I'm writing if, okay, if I'm writing if, so if I'm writing, so I can also write a else. So this else is actually related to this if. This else is actually, because I'm saying that if this is not, then this is. If I'm saying if this is, if this is not the case, if this is not the case, then this is. So else is actually always related to some if. So that's why what I want to say, like if you are saying if something, and if there is any else, maybe else will not present, but maybe if else is there, then is this else is actually related to this. Every else is related to some condition, some dependent condition. Okay, so that's why if I'm saying, like if I'm talking about here, so this else is actually of this if, and this else is actually of this if, because you know that this if is actually starting here and ending here, so this is actually ending here. Now this is else is outside this. Okay, now again try to see this thing, this else is actually of this if, and this else is actually of this if, because when I'm saying if gender is equal to male and else, I'm talking about the female one. Okay, so now what I will do now, if this is not the case, if gender is equal to male, and if suppose if I'm saying if gender, so I can say that console.log, what I'm saying, I'm talking about female, I'm talking about female. So now when I write the code, and suppose if I put the male instead of male, if I put female, so if I run this code, now let's see what happens. So it is saying that I'm talking about female. How it is actually saying? Because when the code come to here, it is actually checking whether gender is male or female. So it is actually saying male. So this actually condition got false because this is F. So now this code will go out of this and it will come directly to else. And it will say, I'm talking about female. Like everyone got it? No, it is not necessary that every time you should put else. It is your choice. But whenever you are putting else, so it is dependent to some if. Okay, you don't need to put every time else. Okay, just listen this one thing again. Like every else is dependent to some if. This else is actually this if. And if I'm talking about this if, this else is actually corresponding to this if. Now what I want to say, like if gender is female, okay, and if I run this, then it is saying that I'm talking about female. So when the gender is female, then code will first come to this line and it will check whether gender is male or female. So here you can see that gender is F, but it is saying M. So if this will return false. So if this return will fall, then it will directly execute this one and it will say I'm talking about female. So it is saying that I'm talking about female. Why? The code actually don't go inside this. So that's why it directly jumps to here in else. Okay. Now, but I also write the code for the female also. Okay, so right now you can now say that right now this else is actually taking care of female. So when my gender is female, so my code is actually coming inside this. So now inside this I can also write, now I have confirmed that if it is the code is coming inside this else, then the gender is female. Now I will write the same code as I've written here. I write the same exactly same code here. So what code I will write, if age is greater than equal to 18, and here I'm actually talking about female. console.log, I would say can marry. Here I'm writing exactly same code, exactly बिल्कुल मतलब carbon like the carbon copy. Console.log, you can say can't marry. Okay, exactly same code, but here I just check the age because I already know ki when the code is not fulfilling this, then obviously it is coming to this else and it will execute this. Now what if I check for the different test cases? Suppose the gender is female, and if I want to check, now it is saying can marry. Why? Because the gender is female and it is coming to 18. And how this code is actually executing, let's see. So the first code is actually coming to this line, and it is checking what is the gender. So gender I have written is female. So this is equal to male, then it is actually false. So if it is false, then it is actually directly going to this else. Okay, and when it is actually going to else, then it is checking whether this age is actually, what is the age? Age is 18. 18 equal to greater than equal to 18, that is true. And it is printing can marry. So that's why our can marry is actually printed. Okay, now if I clear this thing and if I check for the another one, if I say the girl, the boy, it is, I'm talking about the male. And if I execute it, now here you can see it is saying can't marry. Now let's see why it is saying can't marry, because it is first checking gender. Gender is male, so it is actually true. After it is true, now it is going inside. So it is going inside. Now it is checking whether 18 is greater than equal to 21 or not. So it is false, false. So now this if actually taking to this else, it is saying can't marry. That's why can't marry. Okay, it's like later you can repeat this lecture, you will understand it. Okay, just go, like just try to implement it, only then your confusion will resolve. Otherwise, even if I explain that 100 times, it won't give you that clarity. It's just that you have to sit in a driving seat and write the same code, and then you will get that proper feeling. Okay, it is not like just by watching it you will understand everything. Like 80%, our 70 to 80% learning actually happen by practicing it. 20% is just we should, I'm here to give you the trailer, and you will sit, and when you will write the code, you will get the full picture. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, now let's, what if is there what if, like if there is a like if I'm saying like, there is a one more gender, if there is one more gender, okay, in that case what should I do? In that case I cannot directly write this. So basically here what I'm writing, because there will be three conditions. This is something like this one, this is like something this one, because I have three choices. I want to write yeast, then I want to wheat, then I want to write the biscuit. Okay, so here actually I'm writing this thing in this way, because if I only want to buy the rice, then in that case I just write the if and then this else. But if I have multiple things, wait, then I will use else if. So basically if I'm talking about this a check also, in that case you just directly write here else if gender equal to female. Okay, and this is your homework, you have to figure out like how I'm writing this code. So after this what I'll do, I'll at the end I will write the else, and I will directly write console.log. Okay, and I will write third gender. Basically here I need to write the code for third gender. Okay, so now it is actually, because I have three things now, that's why I need to put the else if, and else if actually require three condition. This is exactly same like this, exactly same. Okay, and now when I'm doing the age check, and at the end I have put the code for third. Suppose I have put any other, I'll write a, suppose. So in that case what will happen? So it will check for code for the third gender will run. Okay, so now if else if, so basically I write directly, I'm writing this else. So this is if, it will first check whether it is male, false. Now it will check whether this is gender female, false. Now it will check this as this. Okay, so now I'm writing another code. Okay, so now I think the other code will be vowel.js. So basically what I need to check, given a character, I want to print whether given a character, I want to check whether it is vowel or not. You already know that what are vowels. Vowels are like A, E, I, O, U. These characters are known as vowels. Okay, so suppose I've given a character where char equal to U. Okay, now I want to check whether this basically is a vowel or not. So I will write a code for this. If char equal to A, then I can say that console.log, it is a vowel. Okay, but now I also need to check for E, I, O, U also. Okay, so there are multiple things. So I will write after this, else if char is equal to E. In that case, I will write console.log, it is a vowel. I will write else if I would write char E equal to I, then it is also a vowel. Okay, and I will also write else if char equal to O, then in that case also I can say it is a vowel. And there is a last one, which is else if char equal to U, so I would say that it is a vowel. Okay, so I have written the code for the vowel. So whatever I will write, so if I check this, why it is I have written vowel, it is actually vowel. Okay, so vowel.js. So node vowel.js. So when I run this code, it is saying it is a vowel because U. But what if I write Z? So if I write Z, so in that case, if I run this, then it is saying it is not saying anything. When I'm saying Z, so how the code is actually working, it is first coming to this one, and it is saying whether it is Z, it is vowel, it is equal to A or not. No. Now it is coming to this, whether it equal to A or not, E or not. No, Z is not equal to E. Then it is coming to this, then it is coming to this. No one is actually checking matching with Z. So in that case, what I can do, I can write else for all other cases. Console.log. So I can say that it is consonant. It is, or I can say it is not vowel. So this else will carry all other cases, whatever I want to consider, right? So when I write execute, then it is saying it is not a vowel. Okay, so this is how if else if actually working. Okay, so yeah, this is something like you can see like imagine what is actually this thing is doing. Okay, now you will understand a good feeling of like how this thing is actually working. Now there is a last thing which I want to show you. Okay, these are the condition. Inside the condition, I am putting another condition like this, something like that. Now I want to show you like not operator. What not operator will do, like when you put the not operator, then it will actually make the true as false and make the false as true. Okay, when you put the not operator on any value, then it will actually change the value. Okay, so I want to show you basically what I'll do. I'll directly go to index.js, or I will write not.js. So suppose your var A value is actually true. Okay. And what if I try to print console.log, and if I try to print A, then what will happen? Node not.js. In this case, I will get the result true. But what if I print console.log not A? This is my not sign. And if I run this, then it will just reverse it. Whatever your vol value is, suppose if this value is false, so not actually reverse that value and it will make that as true. So here you can see that your A value is false, but the not of it is actually true. Okay, so where I can use this, not operator. So basically what happened now, whenever I want to check, basically whenever you logged into anything, like whenever you go to suppose whenever you go for the amazon.in, so here you already know that I'm logged in already. Hello Varun. Okay, and when I just do the sign out, so basically I got logged out. So what I can do, I'm saying, okay, I'm writing logged in, and I'm writing as logged in as true. Okay, so what I will write, if logged in, so in that case I'm printing, because I'm like inside the logged in, because I'm already logged in. So I will write console.log and I will write hello Varun. Okay, otherwise what I will write, else console.log please sign in, first. Okay, so now if I execute this, so here I logged in value is already true. So when I click on this, so it is saying hello Varun. Okay, now I can also write this code in another way. Okay, right now it is saying ki logged in. Okay, so it is saying hello Varun. So I can also write this code in another way. How? I can write that logged out. Logged out is true. Logged out basically means right now I am signed out. So if I'm signed out, so it should not print hello Varun. It should print please sign in. And when I am actually, and in the else, it should print hello Varun. Okay, so what I'm saying, what I want to say, like when I'm saying logged out has different meaning. Logged out true is basically means I am right now signed out. On when I'm signed out, when this value is true, so basically saying please sign in. Okay, and when I want to do else, so it is actually saying hello Varun. But what I want now, I want ki yaar, I want to put this hello Varun here only. I want to put this hello Varun here only. I want to put this hello Varun here only, and I want to put please sign in. Please sign in. I want to do this type of thing. But when I run this code now, in this case, what will happen? Even I'm logged out. I'm out of the screen. Node not.js. When I run this, here you can see that it is saying hello Varun. But here you can observe this one thing, that I am logged out right now. If I am sign out, then how can he show me hello Varun? So if I want to solve this problem, what I will do, I will put this not here. So when I put this not here, then it will take the opposite of that value. Okay, and in that case, it will not print hello Varun. And if I just directly run, then it is saying please sign in. Like, are you getting the use of it? Okay, don't worry. If you when you watch this again, then you will get it. But I'm explaining that again. Suppose if when it will say hello Varun, it will say hello Varun only when I say true. Okay, so when I execute this true, then it will say hello Varun. Okay, but when I say right here, when I write logged out, when I say logged out, so basically logged out basically means right now I am signed out. And when I'm signed out, then it will say me, please sign in. Here you can see that here I'm logged out and it is saying, please sign in. So if I'm logged out, but what opposite thing happens here, na? When I'm doing not node.js and it is saying hello Varun. Hello Varun basically means I'm already signed in. So it is wrong. So what I should do, if I put the not of it, so it will make the logged out as false. It will make the logged out as false. And in that case, my code will work fine. So this is how you can use the not sign. Okay. This is how you can use the not sign to change the true value to false and change the false value to true. Okay. So there are 5 problems, okay, which I want to discuss with all of you. Let's see. There are 5 problems which I want to discuss with you all. So let's discuss one by one, like those 5 problems. Okay, and I will directly write the code with you all, and I think you all get the feeling. So you just first tell me like how you approach this problem. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to first because you this is your assignment actually. Okay, what question I'm going to discuss right now. So I'm going to create a new REPL. Okay, just create a new REPL after like later. Okay, and one by one you need to solve each question. Okay, so I'll create a first file that is known as, you can say that problem1.js. Okay, the first question is now, uh, 1 second, I'm showing you. These are your question. Okay, the first question is, if the number is divisible by 3, print multiple of 3. If a number is divisible by 3, then you need to print multiple of 3. So if I take you that's the code. If I copy this, and what you need to do, you need to, if the number is divisible by 3, then you need to print multiple of 3. Like this is a string actually. Okay, so are you getting how can we solve this problem? No, you don't need to print the multiples of 3. What I want to say, if I share you, like first what I'll do, I'll take a number. So if I consider a number 4, now what I'll do, I will create the remainder. And in the remainder, how actually I create the remainder? Remainder, I actually calculate using modulus, number mod and 3. Okay, and if remainder is actually equal to 0, if my remainder is 0, okay, then it means that that number is actually divisible by 3, because when actually we get the remainder 0, only when the remainder is actually 0 na? So I will write console.log multiple of 3. You need to just print this. And if I just execute this node problem1.js, what is the, okay, here you can see that here I'm actually not basically here the thing is key, this number is not a multiple of 3, but if I write 3, then in that case you will get the output, because multiple of 3. Okay, and you can also add else also. Else is saying console.log not multiple of 3. This is your choice, whatever you want to print. So suppose if I'm writing 4 here, so not multiple of 3. So how actually I'm getting multiple of 3? Like here, why I'm actually getting not multiple of 3? Because when you divide 4 with 3, 3 1 ja 3, that is 1. You are getting remainder 1. But if I divide 15 with 3, 3 5 ja 15, and here I'm getting remainder 0. So in that case, it is saying multiple of 3. So if I put 15 here, so it is actually multiple of 3. Okay, so now let's move to the next question. So the question is, if a person is allowed to drive in India, print apply for license or NA. If a person is allowed to drive in India, in that case, I need to print the, you can say apply for license. Otherwise, I need to print the, I would say problem. I will type the problem name as license. Okay, so this is the question. If a person is allowed to drive in India, print apply for license, otherwise print NA, not available. Okay, so in this case, what I will do, basically you already know that the valid age for getting the driving license is 18. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll write a where date of birth, DOB. Date of birth is, no, so not date of birth, is actually year of birth. Year of birth is, suppose if my year of birth is 1996. Okay, then what will be my age? My age is actually, if you like currently 2021 is going, now 1996, if I subtract this, not 1996, I will subtract it by year of birth. Then in that case, I just need to check if age is greater than equal to 18. I just need to console.log apply for license. Now here is the time that I can apply for the license, because my age is actually greater than equal to 18. But when I'm writing else, so here is actually console.log, I would say not available. Okay, I'm not eligible to get the license. If I execute this, sorry, license.js. Apply for license. So it is actually, now there is a time, because when you subtract 2021 minus 1996, so it will come as 25 to 26. Okay, the age will be 26. So here in that case, you can say that. But what if my age is, so it is saying not available, because the age is actually 11 years. So that's why that is not a valid age. Okay, no problem. You can watch the recording later. What you are saying? No, you cannot use age directly. No, basically no, you can, if you are putting any age like 20, like you can also use this. That is also work. It is just that I have written the code in this way. Okay, it is your choice how you are writing the code. So that actually doesn't matter. I can also write this code in another way. Like if age is less than 18, in that case, I can say that, like if I run this code, so it is saying applying for license. And since my age is actually 11 years, even then he is saying, so in that case, what I need to change these statements. And I will say that apply for license, because I have changed this condition. Age is actually less than 18. So if my age is less than 18, then you are not eligible. But otherwise, I would say that apply for license. This is how you can change the code. Not available. Now let's move to the third question. The third question is given two numbers and A and B. Now I need to print basically which is actually greater or both equal. So I will write numbers dot js. Okay, so this is my question. It is saying now I need to print, like given two numbers a and b, print which is greater and both equal. So I will write where a equal to 10, where b equal to 9. Now if a is greater than b, then in that case I will write console.log a is greater. Otherwise I would say console.log b is greater. So if I run this, so is this code right? Actually it is numbers. A is greater. Yeah, right. This code is actually, there is a problem. But if I print this 10, in this case, what will happen? It is saying b is greater. When I'm running this code, even both values are equal. Even then it is saying b is greater, because b is not greater actually. They both are equal. So in that case, what I will write? I need to add else if. So if I want to add else if, so I will write else if, and I will write b greater than a, because I need to add the condition in that case, and else. Okay, so if I write this code, so in that case, I'm not getting any output because both number are equal. So it is first going to this and check whether 10 is greater than 10, false. 10 is greater than 10, false. Now either what I can write, else the other condition would be console.log both are equal. Okay, both are equal. No, then how you determine that whether that number is equal, and how you, if you directly only use a greater than equal to, no, then how would you say that that number is greater or equal? So you need to put it separately, like a is greater, b is greater, both are equal. Don't mix things up like when I'm asking this question. Okay, so now let's move to the last question. The last question is, like, given stored username and password, there is a username which is actually stored, and there is an input username and password, and if the user can log in or not, we need to check whether user can log in or not. Okay, so I would say login.js. So basically what it is saying, so basically if I say where stored user, basically the stored in the database actually. So the stored user is actually Varun, and where stored password is like the password which is actually stored in the server, the database basically. That is suppose 12345. Now suppose the user, which user input, the value which user input is actually this value I have put. Now suppose if I input this one, input underscore password. So the password which I enter is 12345. Okay. Now this is like something like this. Here I am actually inputting something, na sign in password. Okay. So this is the input user and password which I am entering, and this is the actual one. This is which is stored in the database. Now I need to check whether user can log in or not. I need to check whether user can log in or not. Okay. So what you need to do, you need to write input underscore user. You need to compare the input user with the stored user. Stored user. So when I compare this input user with the stored user, now after it is actually the username, actually you can see that if username is compared and it is successful, that Varun is actually equal to Varun, if suppose. Now in that case, after that I need to check whether password is also equal or not. So stored password equal to input password. Now I will check whether, so if the password also matched, I would say that login success. Else I would say that console.login, console.log, login failed. Okay, login failed. Or I would say that since you know that the password actually doesn't match, even that input user is actually matched. So this is not a right statement to say that the login failed. The best statement will be, since username is already matched, now you are trying to match the password, but it is actually matched, so it is login success. But if it is not matched, then you can say that a wrong password, because the password value is wrong here. Okay. Now, if suppose username doesn't match, if suppose this situation not match, in that case, for that, I will write a else. And that means a wrong username. I would write wrong username. This is a right way to write the things. Okay. So now if I execute this, node login.js, node login.js, login success. Okay, because but suppose I put the Varun one. So in that case, if I execute this, then it is saying wrong username. But if I put the username as right, and if I put the password as 6, and if I try to execute this, then in that case, it will say wrong password. So basically everything is working here fine. Okay, so this is first, that's why the reason why I've compared this one, and after I successfully compared this one, then I'm actually checking for the password, and if the password doesn't match, then in that case I'm saying wrong password. And if suppose username doesn't match, so in that case I'm directly going to the else. So basically this is a code which you have to write in Replit, and just copy this link, just copy this link and post in the you can say LMS. Okay, this is the link which you need to submit. So create a new Replit and do all the questions, do all the question one by one. Okay, all these questions, and submit this assignment. This is what you need to do. Okay, you need to check the folder thing. Okay, I didn't checked it out. Someone is asking this question. Okay, just look onto all these things. Okay, and this is the thing which we have done. So basically we have started from the condition statement. We will we move from the whether which place you should go, we should go, either true or false. If we are going true, then we have to perform something. If we are doing false, then we have to perform something. So this is the flowchart thing which I have shown you. Then after that, some examples of flowchart, and then I'll move to the if condition. And if something is true, then you can directly execute it. But there is something also known as else. If something is not true, then you can directly go to else. But what if there are multiple situations? In multiple situation, you need to go if else if. Okay, if else if. So basically, if I cannot do thing, then else if I can try this thing. Else if I can try this thing. And at last, you can write a else. So this is a multiple conditions, and this is a not operator, and this is. So basically, this is all for the today session. Yeah, you need to solve all the 4 problems. Okay, and you need to submit the assignment, and make sure ki don't write every code in the index.js. Okay, the way I have written the code, write in that way. Okay, and there is also a OJ link. Okay, also as your assignment, you have to perform that. You also need to perform all. You also need to solve all those questions. Okay, so you are saying now how to submit. So just copy this URL, copy this URL, whatever you, after writing the code, when you have done with all the code in the Replit, copy this URL. Okay, and submit into the LMS. So there you will get the submit link. So you just directly need to submit there. Okay, you have a deadline till tomorrow. Okay, so but just try to attempt it today, because otherwise you will get a lot of work also tomorrow. Then it will become a, you can say, like backlog.